In today's game, we have a matchup of two of the top corners in the league, two ball hawks who can lock you down. It's Darrelle Revis going up against Joe Hayden. So let's get out to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, hailing from USC. It's Cody Kessler.
A superior high school athlete, starting quarterback in football, starting point guard in basketball. He actually played the quarterback position like a point guard, distributing the ball to all of his playmakers and letting them do the work.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And first drive looks like they want to.
If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Browns a first down.
All right, no humor in this one in terms of laughing at the defense. But if you're the offensive play caller right now, you've got to have a big grin on your face. You look at your play sheet. Every play you look at is glowing at you. It's almost a neon saying, call me, because you're getting big chunks of yardage no matter what you're dialing up. The balance, it's either way. He's got to like what he's doing.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 16 on the pickup. You know, Crowell's tied for 9th in the NFL in rushing. He's done it sort of quietly, not helping that his team's 0-7. But week 7, 63 yards and a touchdown for him.
And I think you explain exactly why we don't talk about it much. When a team is 0-7, we don't talk about the individual performances nearly as much as we do about guys who are on winning teams. But you're right. Isaiah Crowell is one of the top backs in the league.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Hey, got three. Here we go. Green, 39.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The starters for the Cleveland Browns. And let's discuss the tight end, Gary Barnidge. Sometimes he can get overlooked.
I love how he emerged in 2015. We had a scouting report on him that said he was a good blocker, dependable receiver, but no stardom at all. Had a 1,000-yard season in 2015. No longer do we have those shackles on him at all. Gary Barnidge can play.
Let's go. 3-19.
On third down, Kessler underneath for Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
First carry for Matt Forte. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Forte coming off his 26th career 100-yard game in Week 7. Second as a member of the Jets. In fact, he had an even 100 yards on 30 carries.
So whatever happened to that stat about once a running back hits 30, the production starts to decline?
He doesn't care about that stat.
Yeah, he's not just aging gracefully. He's aging angrily and putting up big-time production.
Also added 54 yards and a touchdown in the passing game. Here's Fitzpatrick. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Fitzpatrick off the play fake to Powell. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, this is Forte. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So the carry that time for Forte, a man who turned 30 last December, Charles.
And he wants to make sure we forget about that with his new team, the New York Jets. But we do know that 30 is the dreaded age for runners.
And Forte so experienced, more touches than anybody else in the NFL the last 8 years. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fresh set of downs here. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He's got time. Throws left side complete to Brandon Marshall. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And Anderson's got it. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This is Bilal Powell, and he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Another run, this time Forte. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Back to the ground on first, it's Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And frankly, Brendan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look.
False start, offense.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Still 3rd down.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Folk's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We get set to get another look at the Browns on offense, and the city of Cleveland so passionate about their sports teams. They've seen highs and lows. The Indians in the World Series for the first time since 1945. Of course, the Cavs just getting their rings from their NBA title. The Browns searching for answers.
And I think that Cleveland fans, I know Cleveland fans are enjoying the heck out of what they're seeing from their baseball team, obviously from their basketball team, but their passion is the Browns. They can't wait till they turn it back around one day and they can celebrate them.
Green 39.
A first down throw for Kessler. Caught left side. It's Barnage. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
It's a nice catch there by Gary Barnage, and there's no getting around it. The emergence of him has been nothing short of stunning, hasn't it?
Yeah, first 6 years, total 44 catches. Then at age 30 last year, he goes for 79.
Who says you don't get better with age?
On second down, here's Crowell. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Kessler on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Browns are going to have a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first and 10, it's Kessler. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Sheldon Richardson's talent is absolutely immense. And when he plays on the defensive line, it's a difficult task to block him.
Kessler on second down, surveying the field. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. Had a pretty nice job last time. Gave up quite a bit of yardage, but only gave up the field goal.
Almost feel like we should give them a little bit of a round of applause for being able to dig in at the end of a long drive. Usually when those types of drives happen, they result in touchdowns because you've broken the defense, but they found some resolve in there and held them to a field goal.
Yeah, they found the resolve. Now they'll be looking to give up 0 points this time. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They start on the ground with Forte. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Forte, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Fitzpatrick now going to give to Forte. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Emmanuel Agba, the rookie from Oklahoma State, in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now we spotlight the Jets defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. They begin with a run by Crowell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Big winner Williams there on the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Again, it's Crowell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Kessler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On 2nd down, Forte. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 30 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Fitzpatrick with a give to Forte. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, That A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
He completes it to Peak. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. That one complete to Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll try to run with Forte. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll come out in the pistol. And now it's second and goal. On the ground, Forte. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Dumps off to Powell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell from 4 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this one through the uprights and good. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Kessler on first down. Caught left side. It's Barnage. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Let's go. Blue 90.
On the run, it's and not a whole lot up there, and now it's third down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On the counter, it's Crowell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Out of the gun, Kessler. He's got time in the pocket. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Kessler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 15 and a first.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out here in the eye. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still first down.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A give. This is Forte. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Off the draw from Fitzpatrick, it's Forte. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a big conversion there on 3rd down, and I remember playing, and all the time on the sidelines, you hear a coach calling for the punt team to get ready on 3rd down because you can't call for it on 4th down. It's too late getting on the field. So a lot of times you're lining up, and the offense can see you lining up. Occasionally it serves as motivation for them. I'm not letting these guys back out here. I want to keep the ball on offense, and that's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The former Jet, Demario Davis, not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is the running back, Powell. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Third down and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Peaks got it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Kessler. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Second down, here's Kessler, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Johnson on the counter, and he'll get this. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. For an all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taking it around the 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jets take possession. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Finding time. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. And it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, let's roll those highlights. Third down from inside the 10. Fitzpatrick's got the completion here, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Taking the lead up to 10. Browns have it at the 19. Browns with the ball late in the half. Wilkerson's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Staying late in the half. They're going to come away with another sack. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Forte, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
They come out here in the eye. Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now a toss. This is Forte. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. $17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it's a first down for the Jets.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense. Still first down.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They come out here in the eye. They run with Powell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's good to make it 17-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. They go play action here on first down. He's got time. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll be good for a Cleveland first.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Kessler surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Now Kessler. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, there is a reason that they say Revis Island is in the vicinity of this guy. That's why.
It's obviously where receivers run routes, but none of them very successfully. And right now there's another head coach asking his offensive coordinator, when are we going to learn? Don't throw it to that guy.
The New York set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Forte, the lone running back. He'll get the football here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert, the rookie from Wisconsin, in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's fielded at the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here we go. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. A first down carry now for Crowell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go.
This is Crowell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. It'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's Forte. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They come up in an offset eye. On first down, this is Forte. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Powell, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. Second down, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Third down, 15 yards still needed. Fitzpatrick off the play fake to Powell. And he's got a noon one. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
In the red zone this time. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now Folk for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now here's Johnson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a handoff off to Crowell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. On second down, Kessler finding time. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough.
Crowell, so quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Browns. 63 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
On second down, here's Kessler. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The 6th overall pick in 2015, Leonard Williams, able to get him for a loss of about 3.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on 1st down. Now they take a sack on 2nd down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Kessler. He's got time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a big blitz down for a lot of defenses, especially if they sense that there's going to be a passing play. And they brought the pressure on that one and forced an incompletion.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Parkey's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. Matt Forte, a great receiver out of the backfield, was the intended target. And it's third and short.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Backing up. Great protection. And this is going to be incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! 3-19!
On first down, Kessler. Going underneath for Crowell. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now Kessler on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
We got three, fellas. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2nd down and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the gun, Kessler. This is complete to Hawkins. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. The linebacker, David Harris, on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 2nd down, here's Kessler. Caught left side, it's Barnage. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now Kessler on first down. Surveying the field. This is caught inside the 15. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Fresh set of downs here. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Now, check. Patriot!
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
To throw is Kessler. And that is incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And that brings up 4th down. You know, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. They're just looking to duplicate what they did last time. Force the 3 and out, and that led to a field goal.
The only thing better, really, is creating a turnover. 3 and out, get off the field, feel good about yourself, turn the ball over to your offense, and they put the ball through the post with a field goal.
They're probably pretty well rested after that 3 and out, too.
One would think. That's how you get it done. Create the 3 and outs, get to the bench, get your rest, and hope your offense can control the game.
They start on the ground with Forte. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Back to the ground on first, it's Forte. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? They begin with a run by Corral. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Kessler. Pryor has it complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Forte, the lone running back. They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big, and this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First down, Fitzpatrick. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, 28 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
Holding, offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green 39.
From the gun, it's Kessler. His throw incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second down following the incompletion.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key the tight end. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On second down, Kessler. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Check. 12 yards to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kessler. He's got and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Fitzpatrick now going to give to Forte. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Again they run, again it's Forte. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. Finding time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing now, Kessler on 1st down. And Barnage has it on the right side. Time for a break. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Back to throw.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, 71 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Forte, the lone running back. Back to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Fitzpatrick with a give to Forte. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. They'll look to throw. He gets it here to Peak. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns' new signee from the Jets, Demario Davis, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. He's got time. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Fitzpatrick. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And this little maneuver should do it as Kessler goes down to a knee. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.